strings. Write my own text like I wanna sing.
What's up, you guys? It's Alyssa here, back with another YouTube video. Whoa. Back here with another YouTube video. In today's video, we're going to talk about self-care. How to incorporate self-care into your daily lifestyle or your daily routine, every single day. I want you guys to, care about yourselves and, show yourself self-care. So we're going to be talking about physically, mentally, spiritually, your soul, your body, your mind. We're going to talk about all those different components inside of this video today. But before I get into this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Check out all of my social medias. Check out my website at inspiringunivisions.com, and also share this with one of your guy friends or your girlfriends. And let's get right into this video. So the first thing that I want to say when it comes to self-care, or when it comes to things in life in general, what you put into your mind, body, and soul is what can come out. I'm going to explain it within this video of what I really mean by that. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the mental and the mind, the mentality, all of that. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that when you're having harsh emotions, let your emotions be. Don't try to fight it so much, because I find that when we fight our harsh emotions, it just can make it worse. So lately, I've been having a hard time. I'm being honest and vulnerable with you guys right now. I've been having me a hard time, and it's been really tough for me to, get going throughout my day. It's been just times where I'm not motivated to do anything at all, and I was trying to fight those emotions. I was like, why am I feeling like this? I should not be feeling like this at all. And I had to realize that, hey, it's okay if I'm going through a time where I'm a little bit sad, or I'm down, or I'm a little anxious, or whatever you want to call it, because we all go through it. I'm human, you're human, we are all human. And with us being human, we're going to experience all these types of emotions throughout moments within our lives. So I want you to realize that don't try to fight so much all the time, because it can just sometimes make it worse. And not all the time make it worse, because of course you don't want to stay down. You want to fight back, and you want to, grab back your positivity, grab back your happiness, grab back your joy, and of course do that. I am encouraging that all time. I'm encouraging that. But at the same time, don't try to fight it so much to the point where you're beating yourself up, to the point to where you are not, functioning well, to the point to where you're overwhelmed with so much. Just try your best to let your emotions just be when you're going through a tough time within your life. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is something that is very, very important. And what I want to talk about is exposure. So I'm going to talk about exposure today. And what I mean by that is the fact that whatever you expose your mind or your eyes to can affect you either negatively or in a positive way. So honestly, you have to watch what you are watching on TV. You have to watch what you are watching, you have to watch what you're listening to. So also your ears as well, because honestly, if you're sitting here listening to negative music, or you're watching negative videos, or watching something negative, or listening to something negative that is not good to your mind, body, and soul, it can affect you. It really can affect you in so many different ways. We all love YouTube. We all love, social media. We all love Netflix. But at the same time, we have to think about the mental. Sometimes what can that do to your mind? If you're constantly on social media and you're looking at other people's lives, yes, it's okay, look at other people's lives, and that's something positive, if you let it inspire you and push you and motivate you to where you want to be in life, then of course. But there are some times where that can take a toll on you negatively. And what I mean by that is the fact that you may start comparing yourself to this and that person. Or you might start to feel down or depressed or anxious because your life is not like that. Honestly, you have to watch what you watch. Watch what you see, watch what you watch, what you listen to, and all of those things, because at the end of the day, what you put, like I said, what you put in your mind, body, and soul is what can come out. Not all the time, but sometimes. And honestly, you love Instagram, you love YouTube, you love Netflix, but also love your mind too. Know when to take breaks from social media, know when to focus on you. And I'm going to get more into it, reading and writing. I'm going to get more into those tips as well. But feed your mind with positivity. What are you feeding your mind? That's what I want you to think about when you're watching this video. Like, what am I feeding my mind? What am I feeding my body? What am I feeding my soul? And I'm going to get into body and soul next. But at the end of the day, I want you to focus on what are you feeding to yourself. What are you feeding yourself? Like, what are you feeding your mind? The mental is so important. I know people may think that, oh, like mental health, you know, mental health has been like something that has been big, you know, with everything that's been going on, which I'm so happy about, because like we need to focus on our mental health, you know. So I'm so happy that mental health is something that a lot of people are coming to realize that it's important. It's something that we need to take care of. So realize that your mental health is important, and what you feed your mind is important, and something that you need to take in consideration and focus on, and make your mind your priority. Make your mental health your priority. So the next thing that I want to talk about when it comes to, you know, taking care of your mental health, or like the mental or the mind, is to do self-affirmations or positive affirmations. So say things like, I am beautiful, I am intelligent, I am smart, I am enough, I will make it into that college, I will get this job. Be positive. I know some people may say that, you know, you should set yourself up for the negative, or like, you know, watch out for the negative, because you never know what can happen. And I understand that, but it's good to be positive, because I mean, who knows, maybe you will get that job, maybe you will get into that dream college. You know, who knows what can happen. You have to always be positive and trust God, and know that you will make it, and that you will get through whatever you're going through. So try to incorporate positive affirmations into your life. The next thing that I want to talk about is reading self-help, motivational, and inspirational books. Now, this is something that I love so much. As you guys can see, that I have some books behind me, you know, and this book actually, this book is by, I don't know if you guys can see, this book is by Sarah Jakes Roberts. It's called Don't Settle for Safe, and it is an amazing book. Like, an amazing book. I read this at a time when I was going through a hard time, and it's just about like, don't settle for safe, don't settle for the same things, you know. Try something new, branch out, and like do what God has called you to do. Don't be afraid, and just walk in faith and not fear. And that's pretty much what I took away from this book. But there are other self help and motivation, inspirational, and Christian books out there for you, you know, and motivational books. You know, there are so many out there that you can read. They have some on Amazon and so many different other websites that you can get it from. And I find that they help me, because when you're reading, you're feeding your mind with lots of knowledge. You know, you may learn new words, you may learn a new idea, you may learn something new about just anything. Like, you just never know what you may learn when you're reading a book. So please try your best to read self-help books, motivational, and it's books that are feeding your mind with positivity. The next thing that I want to talk about is something that is really important, and it is to talk to someone, or like incorporate therapy into your life. Now, I know it's hard, because a lot of us feel like we're scared to talk to someone, or we don't know if we feel like talking to someone when we're going through a hard time. But at the end of the day, I want you to understand that you are not alone, and I don't want you to feel like you can't talk to someone, or you can't open up to someone about your struggles. And at the end of the day, we all go through struggles. So I want you to understand that talking to someone is an outlet for you. Now, you may not want to talk to someone, you may want to do something else, I'm going to explain in the next tip. But at the end of the day, honestly, talking to someone has helped me so much. Therapy is something that is very helpful to those who feel like they don't have an outlet to talk about things that they feel like they've been struggling with. So therapy is something good that you can incorporate for self-care. So the next tip is journaling. Now, there are so many different types of ways that you can journal. You can do grateful journaling, writing things down that you're grateful for, just writing whatever comes to your mind. You know, praying, like prayer journaling, like talking to God, writing down what you want to say to God. You know, there's so much that you can do with journaling, and I find that whenever you see whatever's in your mind on paper, it can help you, you know, because you're letting all of that out. You're letting all of that out. So at the end of the day, I want you to understand that If you don't feel like doing therapy, you can journal. If you don't want to journal, you can do therapy, or you can do both. Both are very, very, very helpful to your routine when it comes to self-care. You can do both. I really encourage both, but at the end of the day, you have your options of whatever you can do. All of these tips inside of this video are all just something that has helped me, you know, throughout my self-care journey, and I'm just giving you guys some tips that you might want to incorporate inside of your routine or daily life. So journaling is something that is very, very helpful. The next tip that I have for your mind, are a lot of tips for like your mind, because it's very, very important. Mental health is very important. But the next tip that I have is to meditate, or meditate on God's word. And honestly, when you are meditating on God's word, it helps you so much to realize like how good God is, how good the creator of this earth is, and how good, you know, it helps your mind to like fluctuate and like helps your thoughts when you meditate. So meditation is something that is very, very helpful to the mind, because at the end of the day, you have to understand like your mind and like how it works sometimes, and I know meditation can help with that. And also too, you can understand, you know, and like relax your mind when you meditate, or meditate on God's word. Like when you meditate on God's word, it gives you so much joy, and it just helps you to just realize like, I'm not alone in this. I have God with me. They have meditation apps. They have meditation videos on YouTube. There are so many different ways that you can meditate. This leads into prayer. So prayer is something that has helped me a lot. When I pray to God and I go to God, you know, it's something that has helped me throughout my journey, leading me to, you know, Christ and everything like that. When I pray to God and I go to God and just let him know what I'm feeling, you know, it just helps just release everything when I pray. So prayer does help, you know. So I'm really just encouraging you to pray and go to God whenever you are going through something, because at the end of the day, you are not alone. He is always with you. He's always by your side. He will never leave you or forsake you. He hears you, and he is listening, and he is there to help you. Alright, so moving on to the next section of this video, which is body/temple. So we're talking about your body, you know, the physical aspect of your body. The first thing that I want to talk about is drink lots of water. Now, water is something that flushes out your system, out your body. It helps you so much. Like, it helps with your physical health. It helps so much to just cleanse everything within your body. Like, honestly, I know that lots of people may not like water because it doesn't have a taste or whatever, but at the end of the day, they have flavored water. I know there's a water called Flow, and honestly, you can drink, like, there's so many different ways that you can incorporate water. Some people like to put fruits in their water. I forgot what that's called, but they like to put fruits in their water, and it helps to give flavor to the water. If you don't like to just drink plain water, there's so many different ways that you can incorporate flavored water, but water does help to flush out your system and help you feel a lot better. So honestly, incorporating water into your diet does help a lot. So the next tip that I have for your body to take care of yourself is to eat clean. Eating healthy is key, because like I said, what you put in your body can come out, whatever it comes out. Now, I'm not trying to be gross or anything like that. Like, no, what I mean by that is the fact that, you know, you can break out, or, you know, your skin, you may start to feel how your skin feels, you know, or maybe your feet or your nails. I know they say like if you don't get certain vitamins within your nails, then, you know, your nails can turn a certain color. If you don't eat as clean as you can, then it cannot be beneficial to you. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, everybody keeps saying eating healthy. Like, I know it sounds so cliche. Everybody say eat healthy, eat healthy, eat healthy, because I've gone through it too, especially with a person who has a chronic illness. I know how it feels. But at the end of the day, eating healthy is beneficial to you for just a lifetime. Eating healthy is beneficial to you to a lifetime. I know you may want the fast food, you may want the candy, you may want the sugary foods, you may want the soda and the juice, but at the end of the day, honestly, you know, you have to think about what's more important. Like, you have to think about, like, is this gonna nourish me as much? Like, you have to put 2 and 2 and decide which one is gonna nourish me. You know, that's kind of how I look at it. You can look at it a different way. Like I said in this video, I'm just giving you guys some tips on what's worked for me. But at the end of the day, if you have any more, you know, if you guys have any more tips for self-care, comment down below some tips. But at the end of the day, honestly, I want you guys to understand that just try your best to eat as clean as possible. Now I'm not saying just go cold turkey. If you can do that, kudos to you, because at the end of the day, I don't know if I can go cold turkey. But if you go slowly at a pace, just eating healthy, like incorporating fruits and vegetables, like, you know, day by day, small amounts, and then keep going until you just get all out healthy. I'm not telling you to go vegan, I'm not telling you to go vegetarian. You can eat healthy without going vegan or vegetarian, but at the end of the day, honestly, just eat healthy as much as possible as you can, because it is very helpful for you for just your daily life in general. The next tip that I have is exercise. So honestly, you can just walk around the house, or you can exercise in your house, whatever it may be. Like, honestly, when it comes to exercise, people make it seem like you gotta have a trainer, you gotta go to the gym. Like, you can do all that, of course you can do that, but if you just like maybe not have a gym membership, or you don't have the money to get a gym membership, or you don't have the money to get a trainer, do it at home. There are YouTube videos that you can practice. You can do it in your own living room or your own room, you know. And of course, to all my chronic illness warriors out here, if you have hidradenitis suppurativa, or I don't know, lupus, or you know, MS, or whatever chronic illness you may have, I know it's hard to, you know, incorporate exercise within your life. So simply, if you just get out the bed for one day, you just get out the bed, then that is helpful too. You just walk around the house. You know, I'm not saying go in a circle around the house, but I know if you just want to get up and go get some water from out the fridge, that's contributes to exercise. Or if you want to get up and, you know, go for a walk outside around your house, or if you want to go for a walk, you know, in your neighborhood, or whatever it may be, you know, you don't necessarily have to have a exercise routine, you know, or a gym routine. I know it's hard for us chronic illness, you know, individuals, because at the end of the day, we are always in pain. Not always, but majority of our time, we're in pain. So I know how it feels to, you know, feel like, you know, I don't have a let out to, you know, exercise. But trust me, just try to make a way. If you can, then of course, you know, I know you can exercise in bed. I know that may be kind of painful for some of you guys, and it can be painful for me. But at the end of the day, also just realize that you can exercise, you can find a way to exercise. But if you feel like you can't, then of course, back to my last tip, you can eat healthy and eat clean to incorporate a healthy lifestyle. Now, for all my ladies out here, have a spa day. You know what I mean by that, my ladies, you know, we can get our nails done, you know, do a face mask, you know, eat some fruit and put cucumber on your eyes. Why did I do that? Give yourself a manicure and a pedicure. You can do so much to help yourself. Go to the nail salon, you know, and go to the spa, get a massage, you know. For all my ladies out here, go get a massage with your best friend. If you're in a relationship, go get a massage with your boo. It don't matter. But honestly, having a spa day can help you just feel better about yourself, because you're taking care of yourself. And you can have a spa day at home. You don't have to have, you know, all this money and go spend your money all on a spa day. Like, no, if you want to, cool. But if you feel like you don't have it, then you could just do a spa day at home. Give yourself a bubble bath, you know, chill inside the tub, you know, make sure you're drinking your water, you know, and yeah, just make sure you're taking care of yourself. Alright, so the next tip is make sure that you are taking your vitamins. Now, vitamins are very, very important, because at the end of the day, I know that we need certain vitamins to help us, like, you know, vitamin D, of course. Vitamin C is what we all hear about, but there are other vitamins as too, like vitamin E. You know, there's so many different vitamins that you can choose from. They have them in the store and everywhere, you know. And this is not a sponsored video, by the way. I'm just speaking on a whole bunch of different topics. This is all from me. But at the end of the day, honestly, I just want you guys to, you know, realize that you can incorporate different vitamins within your diet. And the last tip that I have for your body / temple is the fact that you need to make sure that you are up to date on your health. So what I mean by that, make sure you're up to date on your doctor's appointment, your dentist appointment, your blood work. There's so much that you need to make sure that you're up to date on. Make sure that your body is functioning well, that you are okay. Take care of your health. Like, that's what's most important. Make sure you're caught up on all of that, you know, and make sure that you are okay. Take care of yourself, attend your appointments and all of that, because at the end of the day, you know, it's really good to, you know, take care of your body. and make sure that you are okay and that you are good, because you need to make sure that you are functioning well, because at the end of the day, it's all about you. And I know it may sound kind of cocky, but right now when it comes to self-care, self-care is about you. The last section that I have is the soul/spiritual well-being. First thing that I want to say is to pray. Like I said this in my my other tip for the mind/mental. Like, prayer is very, very, very helpful for your spiritual health, because you're connecting with God and, you know, talking to him, and he's letting you know, like, daughter or son, I'm here for you. You know, it gives you time to, you know, understand what God is saying to you, you know, and understand what God is, you know, trying to reveal to you. Moving on to the next tip is meditate on God's word, like I said in my other tip. You know, this somewhat, I might have some of the same tips in the video for different sections. I just wanted to do that to let you know that you can incorporate, you know, but you can. Meditation is very, very, very helpful. Very helpful to meditate on God's word. And moving on to the next tip is read the Bible. So meditation, prayer, and God's words all can be like a part of your routine, like your devotional routine, for example. You know, you can incorporate prayer, meditation, and, you know, reading the Bible all into your routine when you first wake up in the morning or at night, whenever you can incorporate it. You know, reading the Bible is very, very good, because you get more wisdom. You understand, like, what God has done, you know, and what Jesus done in the Bible, and what so many, you can understand what God has done for so many people within the Bible, you know, and realize that, you know, there's so much positivity that comes from the Lord. And I feel like I want you to understand that and realize that, because I know some people may feel like they're alone, but you, like I said, you aren't alone, and you are cared for. God cares for you. He loves you. And if you feel like you don't have anyone to care about you, please understand, I care for you. I love you. I'm there for you. And I want you to understand that, you know, you are not alone whatever you're going through, whether it's be physically or mentally. Like, you want to get through it. The last tip that I have for this section is to do some digging and cleansing. So, you know, get into your spiritual well-being. Like, understand, like, what's going on. Build a close relationship with God. You know, understand, like, hey, do I need to spend more time with God to understand, like, what I'm going through? I mean, you should always spend more time with God. But if you, like, what if you feel like you have cut off some time to, you know, do some other things, you know? Or one thing about us is that we are never to separate, or nothing can separate us from the love of God. Nothing can separate us from the love of God. And honestly, realize, like, hey, like, back to digging and cleansing, maybe I need to, you know, maybe forgive someone. Who do I need to forgive? You know, maybe I need to forgive myself. Or who do I need to stop hanging around? Are there some friends who are not good, influential beings to me? You know, who do I need to hang around? What music do I need to stop listening to? What videos do I need to stop watching? What TV shows and movies I need to stop watching, or need to start watching? Do I need to start going to church more, or do I need to start watching sermons? So all of these different things are good to help you throughout your spiritual journey. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have for this self-care video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please make sure to share this with one of your guy friends or your girlfriends. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.